Hi guys, I am back again. This week I want to talk about one of my favorite cars of the entire Fast and Furious franchise. It's not the Supra, it's not the Skyline, it's not Hans RX-7, nope. It's not the Hulk, man, what a vile pile of trash that was. It's the Ice Charger. But for many fans, the movies just weren't what they were after Tokyo Drift. But no matter what anyone says or thinks, the Fast and Furious movies are still car movies. Where else do you see that variety of fabulous cars? Nowhere. No other movie. However, after Tokyo Drift, the Fast movies changed direction. Instead of sticking to street racing, the movies became action adventures. But judging by the ticket sales, they were moving in the right way. These movies were making more and more money every episode. For example, Fast 6 had a $160 million budget, but it made $788 million. With that kind of money, Universal proved to the world that the world would rather watch action movies than street racing movies. And so here we are. Fast 7 went on to do this. They had a budget of $190 million, but it made $1.5 billion. And with these budgets, there was no need to rent cars from private owners like they did in the first movie. They could buy or build anything that came to mind, including the fabulous flip car, and I'll do a video on that car in a couple of weeks. That story is coming up right after the break. Did you know that the average driver gets 9 traffic tickets in their lifetime? Look, I'll be the first to admit that I've taken maybe a couple of liberties with traffic laws back in the day. And of course, when I got caught, I had to go to court to fight the ticket, which was always a hassle. And each time that I lost my case, it meant big fines, points on my record, and higher insurance premiums. Eventually, I realized that nothing beats having a good attorney argue your case in court. So here's what you do. You download the Off the Record app to your phone and register for an account. And if you get a ticket, simply upload a photo of your ticket into the app and you will be quickly matched with a lawyer in your jurisdiction. Your lawyer will start working your case right away, and in most cases, you'll never have to set foot in a courtroom. Off the Record has a 97% success rate and a 4.9 star rating on Google. And guess what? They even offer a money-back guarantee if they aren't able to reduce the points or keep that ticket fully off your record. Best of all, I've arranged a 10% discount for all of my YouTube viewers, so download the app and register using the referral code FASTLIFE to receive 10% off your first case. So what happened? Dennis McCarthy, the new car coordinator, joined the franchise for Tokyo Drift. He had a giant facility and an impressive team of fabricators, engineers, painters, and builders. It was fabulous. I saw the facility myself. He and his team proved themselves on day one. For each new Fast movie, the team got bolder, got more creative, and more daring, and it showed right away. Under Dennis's reign, the vehicles changed from street machine to tanks, assault vehicles, amphibious vehicles, and a sprinkle of exotics. But no matter what cars you liked, you're bound to see some of the vehicles that Dennis's team have built over the years. But the Ice Charger, I think, was the best. Truly, truly, truly special. Given the script for The Fate of the Furious, the 8th installment, the picture car team needed to come up with a car that could be cool, but it had to make sense for the character. So we're talking about Dominic Toretto. It's only natural that Dom would be driving a Charger. Again, that's what's been going on for the whole series. But a street racing Dodge Charger would not work in the frozen terrain of Iceland, so Dennis and his team need to reimagine that Charger. So what do they do? The donor car was based on a 1968 Dodge Charger, but it had a live rear axle, so that had to go. However, because a wheel-wheel drive setup would not be the optimum configuration on the snow, so they made it all-wheel drive. For the powertrain, they used their go-to engine, the Chevy LS. This engine is Dennis's favorite engine because parts for LS3s are available in every corner of the planet. The engine usually makes about 400 horsepower, which is enough to perform stunts, but sturdy enough to survive the abuse by stunt drivers. Perfect setup. Don't have to think about it. The engine was strapped to a turbo 400 transmission with the Sidewinder shifter. Everybody loves that shifter because it's impossible to put it in reverse from any gear. In the trunk, there's a fuel cell and a turbine from a helicopter, and then a giant thing that it disguises as an electromagnetic pulse system. Of course, it's just a prop, and it's not functional despite what Supercar Blonde said about that car a few years ago in her video. God, roll my eyes. Stop reading off the brochure. Okay. The side exhaust was not for looks. It was purposely that way instead of having the exhaust pointing downward, and I'll tell you why. If the tailpipes were aiming down, they would melt the ice and turn the surface into slush, and the car wouldn't get any traction. Plus, the exhaust shoots beautiful flames without any trickery, and that looks really good on camera. And if you go back and watch that scene, it really looks cool. Other tricks include removal of the front sway bar to make the car tail happy. The drivetrain had 3 locking differentials. For driving on the slippery plains in Iceland, the tires had 1,000 spikes each for traction. The stunt cars took a beating, man. One was jumped off a ramp, a stunt that was deemed to be too dangerous for a stunt driver, so they used cables and pulleys to launch the car, just like we did the 2 Fast and Furious Camaro in Miami. A total of 6 were made. I did a little research. It looks like 1 was sold at auction in July of 22 for $93,000, which was surprisingly low. 1 is, or was, at the Celebrity Museum in Branson, Missouri. I'm not sure if it's still there. I couldn't find it on their website. 1 currently resides at Hollywood Star Cars Museum in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. There's another one with my buddy over in Germany at Martin Hahn and his collection. He sent a picture of the car about 2 weeks ago. So there are 3 accounted for that I think, maybe 4. I don't know where the other 2 or 3 are. But if you know where they are, let me know. One more thing. Honestly, I think the surviving Ice Chargers are going to go up in value quickly. This car, I think, is certainly underappreciated. As time goes by, the surviving cars of this franchise will continue to rise in value, especially those cars driven by Vin Diesel and by Paul Walker, or maybe a couple other characters. I don't care. Either way, I love that car. But before I sign off today, I want to remind all my viewers to like and subscribe for notice for new videos. It helps the algorithm. And next month, I will be launching person-to-person call with fans. Details will come up soon. Look for it on Instagram. We'll talk about that. And then in 2 more weeks, I'll be in Europe checking out long lost car that's going to probably go to auction or be sold off. I can't talk about it right now, but it's a very important car, but we will talk about it in a couple of weeks. So that's it for this week, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.